Hello and welcome to the Warren Buffett Podcast with Matthew Warren-Katz and Steve Buffett. We are joined today with a guest, Ben Blazkowicz. Ben, Steve, how are you guys today?
Pretty good.
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I've just been informed that Ben is going to be making some bread today, so I think he's going to be in and out as our guest star as he takes a look at his dinner rolls that he's preparing.
What are your dinner rolls? Are you... Tell me about this. From scratch?
So this is made from sourdough discard because that's my new quarantine hobby now is trying to make bread because bread is my all-time favorite food, for better or worse. And yeah, I wanted to be able to make it finally to rebel against the patriarchy for making me pay money for bread and not knowing my entire life that this is something I could have done myself very easily. So, and then I also like bread. Did I mention I like bread? If I didn't, now I've mentioned that I like bread. And yeah, that's a small history on Ben Blazkowicz's obsession with bread. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot what the question was. What's going on?
Yeah, I do too. I'm pretty high. What kind of bread is it? Sourdough? Dinner roll?
Yeah, so it's a honey, it's like a sweet dinner roll. So you know what you would find at like a clapped out Baker Square or like a Waffle House or something like that. But the idea being that it should be fresh and delicious, but I already know that I've messed it up because it looks kind of too yeasty, too doughy. But this is my first attempt, so I'll be easy on myself here. But
I
yeah,
like
it's like
how
a little.
during the sound check you were like you would not be serious in any capacity, and then I ask one question about bread, and it's like an academic presentation.
Well, I'm very okay. I'm very serious about bread. Nobody fucking laughed. No, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. I get very passionate about bread, man. I love bread. Bread is amazing. So for me, this is like a huge milestone for me personally, like academically, culinarily, if that's a word. And then, yeah, so I'm really excited about this. So, yeah, that's yeah.
So you guys
I hope
are in the same space right now. I am in a separate state from Steve and Ben. You guys are in the great state of Wisconsin, is that right?
I don't know
Yeah,
about
we're
great,
recording.
but it's a state. Yeah.
We're
Technically
recording
a
in the
state.
Wisconsin studio. That's right. Yeah. Well, you're in the traditional Chicago setup.
Yeah, we're expanding our podcast. We're looking to invest in new podcasters in Wisconsin. But not really. We're just trying to steal their Bitcoin.
So this is a prime example of what we were just talking about. Ben has departed the studio to check on his bread. His timer just went off, so he's running down and checking to make sure he doesn't burn his dinner rolls at 11 in the morning. So
That
that's
explains why
super
he just
fucking funny.
left. I was like, is he cut out? What's wrong with the? He's like, wait, they
No,
want my
he's
Bitcoin?
cooking.
Good. He didn't hear the Bitcoin thing. Good.
No.
Good.
That's between you and
Excellent.
me.
Thank
And when
God.
he listens to this recording after.
No, we'll remember to edit this out. We'll definitely remember.
It's kind of funny though, right? Like, it's like we're rediscovering that we can do things on our own during this pandemic. It's like, holy shit, I can make bread, but like
Yeah.
100,000 years ago, that's what we had to do. It's like, oh yeah, we fucking had to make bread. Like, you couldn't just go to Jewel like in year one and be like, hey, can I get the sourdough? Or, oh, you only have the whole grain? Okay.
Yeah, we're all like kind of living like it's Little House on the Prairie now, doing a little bit of this and that, candle making. I know someone who's making fucking candles. Like, okay, you're really preparing for the barter system when society breaks down.
When we totally go off the grid, when society collapses, it's like, oh, I gotta light the house somehow.
I don't know the
It's kind of
problem
like
with
we're
it.
just reverting.
I think it's fine, if because I know I won't make it that long, so I just know I'll be like, huh, it all really ended pretty quick there, didn't it? And then I'll be
Yeah,
killed by
man.
a wolf.
When society collapses, I have no interest in like hunting whales to like light my house, with a candle. Like
No.
that's just I'm not about it. Like when society's over, I'm over. Just like the second I
Yeah.
can't go to Jewel to make bread. Like when making bread is no longer optional, like as a hobby, I'm done. Like sign
I
me
hear ya.
out. I'm no longer in the chat, like offline.
Well, so this is actually something that I think, maybe when Ben gets back, we can rank different types of apocalypses. To me, I think the nuclear apocalypse is like the best one because you just whoosh, vaporized. It's amazing. You just look out your window and you go, huh, so that's a mushroom cloud. That's it.
Famous last word. Does that look like a...
Yeah, because I think, any other type of apocalypse, I'm going to make it 2 weeks max. And I say max using like 8 standard deviations away from like the average. Like I'm maximum, I assume it's gonna be a couple. I assume I'll basically just be able to like play Minecraft till my laptop dies, and then that's kind of it. Like
You're not even gonna try past that, like get to a safe house, get supplies. You're just like, nah, the second this computer's done, I'm done.
why would I go to a safe house and get supplies when in Minecraft I've already done that?
You're right. You're
That's
so right. It looks
literally
like
what the game
we
is.
have...
I just realized. I'm like, yeah, I'll just play that simulation of what I should really be doing.
Right. It looks like Ben is back in action. He has brought some sourdough discard loaves. I just want to preface this taste testing that we're going to do in a little bit with that I had one of these. He like fried up some sourdough discard loaves, and I spit it into the trash. I thought it was terrible, but he has assured me that this will turn out better because the sourdough is a little bit fresher. So
You fried the sourdough?
my hopes are kind of attenuated. Yeah,
fried the
yeah.
sourdough?
Here, Ben, you want to give your PowerPoint presentation on fried sourdough?
Okay, thanks, Steve, whatever your name is. So to clarify
Rude.
here, what he had tasted was fried discard, which the internet raves is like a legitimate thing that you can do. Now, granted, I've heard this many times before with like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, total lie, and this also applies to sourdough discard as well. That so if you just take the raw discard, right, which is just like the leftover of your starter, so it's all it is just flour, water, and then someone else's previous starter. Which, fun fact, these things have been like fermenting and being developed for generations, right? So the starter that Steve got, that I got from him, that I got from Facebook, whatever, it could be like from the 1700s, 1800s. Like this thing could have been repeating over and over and over again. So I think that's a little cool tidbit, but that probably also explains why it tastes like ass, because when you fry it immediately, it's literally just sourdough discard, right? So it's like super sour, which I like because having a Polish background, we ate all kinds of garbage, like, the rust off of like T-34s, that were left, in fields after the Great War was like our paprika, right? That's our smoked paprika, is like rust particles on, sauerkraut and bread and like moldy butter. And so we like develop a taste for like all these fermented, like sour, weird things. So I kind of liked it, but to his point, it does taste super sour. It's, imagine like a fritter, but it's just all sour, right? So he didn't like it. I can see it being good, but
I would try it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Don't do it.
with like a dipping sauce or something.
Yeah, like
just
like
eat the
buffalo,
sauce, man. Don't just skip the middleman.
like sourdough, like buffalo dip sauce or something.
Yeah, maybe something sweet to like cancel out the sour. I don't know. I'm sure people who have actually done this in earnest will have a good idea as to how to do this. I'm just kind of being a filthy casual here and like, half-assed whipping these recipes together in like a anxiety-ridden panic of, trying to deduce like measurements and temperatures, because I think that cooking is like a big scheme. Like, they show you how to do this on the internet, and they expect normal people to be able to do this with like zero culinary clout whatsoever. Gordon Ramsay's just whipping up this shit on his pan and like, oh yeah, just 15 minutes at 350 degrees and it'll be perfect. And then I do the same thing and it turns out like I've created like nuclear runoff, and now the people have to be called, the city is being expensed for this shit, and it's a nightmare. So cooking is impossible.
I'm gonna cook later today, so I kind of needed that pep talk. That was really helpful. I'm gonna make.
I'll call the city.
I'm gonna make pasta from scratch, and then I'm gonna make like a vodka sauce. So
that sounds good.
that's what
It's
we're
literally
doing for.
impossible. I don't believe you. This is not happening. Like, you say this is gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen. I know this plot. I've heard this before.
I have help though. My girlfriend and I are going to do this for Valentine's Day. This is what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. You're hanging out with each other.
Yeah, man. I'm making bread.
What else would we be doing?
You got a problem?
No one's girlfriends or fiancés are upset with this.
No, they all signed off. We got clearance.
That's good. Because you can't
Contracts
go to
were
a
made.
restaurant.
Oh.
The contracts from me.
Yeah, we had legal involved from the podcast. We
good.
borrowed them for some pro bono work.
Craig from last week.
Yeah. Ben, we had a guest star, Craig, who is an actual attorney, and he's been very helpful in providing legal counsel. Whether he says it's legal advice or not, we do take him at his word.
We invited him on the show last week, and he ended up telling us like 5 things that he shouldn't have talked about. So we were like, well, okay, we'll record another episode. But yeah, we love him. He's very funny. I hope he talks about some of the same things that he talked about last time, especially the dollar in the pocket thing. That was super interesting.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah.
That's a little foreshadowing of a potential further episode. I haven't thought of the word foreshadowing since like English lit in 7th grade.
Who knew it'd be so applicable to our professional lives? Stay tuned, motherfuckers. We got a lawyer coming on.
Yeah. That was good. Should have a lot of more legal advice.
Right. Yeah, man. So Ben, while you were baking or whatever, we were talking about just like some of the things that we kind of had to get used to and like revert to during the pandemic. But then we got in the subject of like when the society totally ends. This is just kind of a precursor, and it seems that Matt's of the opinion that a nuclear one is the best one. What do you think is the best way for society to end?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
What's your preferred end?
Yeah, assuming you prefer one.
Well, always. First off, like staring into the void is not just a casual like thing, right? Like we all have like longings to just make it happen already. But I would say like nuclear is pretty legit because, like you said earlier, like it's nice to just wipe out. No stress. It's basically like your lunch break comes up, right? It's like, okay, it doesn't matter what I was working on. There's a mushroom cloud coming, so I'm just gonna prepare for that. And so that's pretty sweet. But I don't know. I've played so many like RPGs and video games that have like prepared me for this that I at least want to try. Like you, I don't think I'll make it past like the objective 2 weeks of survival, but I want to give it a shot. And like, this is like the test of being released into like Jurassic Park and seeing like how far you can go kind of thing. And if I'm going to do anything important with my life, I'd like to see like, like what kind of kill streak I can go on here and see if, how that pans out. Like, do I get just like a UAV or do I get like the nuke strike? Like, how far can I get in this? Just, so I would, but I don't want it to be medical, right? Because I don't want to be like KO'd by coronavirus or something, where I just accidentally pass by a spot where like somebody urinated and like the fucking vapor of the urine that's containing the virus that's wiped out all of Earth, I happen to just accidentally breathe in passing by and then I die. That's a waste of time, like I've done all this prep and everything. I don't want to be taken out by vapor, I want to like fight a death claw or I don't know, go up against like the local people eating gang or something like that. And I don't know, see how far we can get with it.
That's who I want to look like, is the people eating gang. That's why I dyed my hair. Once the pandemic started, I was like, I need to at least look cool for the couple days I make it into an apocalypse. I want to look like I'm from Mad Max. Like, oh, fucking dyed hair. I'm sure I'll find child's blood to cover my face. It'll look awesome.
Yeah, man, that'd be such a downer, right? Like society collapses and you might be like you're one of the last survivors and you just get taken down by like some piss droplets. That'd be nobody would watch that movie.
I think the bigger tragedy is if you don't look cool doing it. Like if you are like in the apocalypse and like you're about to die and you just have like I don't know, like boat shoes on. Fucking lame. I want like a spiked helmet. You're done. Yeah, it's boring. You gotta have something.
Yeah, you never want to look like you're from the accounting department, right? When you die.
Whatever car you have, cut the fucking doors off. You're in the apocalypse, baby. It doesn't matter.
I want it to be a little silly though, like Borderlands style, right? Like I'm gonna have like a vest, like my top torso will be protected, and then I'm wearing like flannel pants, like just I want to be comfortable, but tactical. If that makes sense.
I get it.
Brilliant.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that
Yeah.
if I still look cool, I think my biggest concern is at least looking cool when I die in the apocalypse. I don't know why, because I don't care now at all. I really don't give a shit what people think about like how I look or whatever. But for some reason, once no one's around, then I want it to be like, oh, that guy's cool. Once we get an even playing field to start, I want people to go, that fucking guy had it going on.
I want here's my ideal. I want it to look to me like society has totally collapsed, but it's just like my area, and I just like totally lose it. Like I'm wearing like a spiked helmet, and like someone's head on top of mine, and then like the next state over, they all come for like the disaster relief, and they're like, "What the fuck happened to this guy?" Like how many people did you kill, dude? It was one of it was super localized. I think that'd be really funny, or I think it'd be great to see some sort of like alien attack kind of thing. I think that'd be a pretty cool way for things to happen. Just to answer that question,
Yeah,
like, are we alone,
aliens.
or are we responsible for wiping ourselves out, or is it going to be someone else?
I like the idea of you being in the middle of the street, like hanging over a dead body, like chewing on its arm, completely lost the ability to speak English within like a matter of hours, and then like all of a sudden, like your phone comes back on, like, oh, huh, 5G's back, I guess. Just an just an outage, no big.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
To a live stream of him eating the arm off of this corpse, like it's broadcast on NBC that like it's him just like hovering fetal position over like this arm that he's chewing on, and then he realizes he's on the live stream, and then
I think
Immediately
we would have
imagines an
to.
Instagram to plug. You plug the podcast.
Yeah, hey, listen. I think it'd be a perfectly defensible. I mean, we'd probably have to talk to Craig about this, but I think it'd be super defensible if, like the network went down and you just kind of lost your mind and started eating people. Like, if you were in court and they were like, "So why'd you do it?" and you were like, "There was no 5G," everybody would be like, "Yeah, that's fair.
You'd
I
get
did the same
acquitted.
thing." Yeah,
It'd
for
be
sure.
precedent. They'd go, if you murder someone while there's no access to your phone, not a big deal.
None.
I think that if you're gonna survive in the apocalypse, you probably need some wildlife experience, but I think you need real live a lot wildlife experience, not like those stupid fucking Irwin kids. I hate them. I hate their show. Have you guys seen that they have a new show?
No, like
no.
Steve Irwin's kids.
Yeah, his kids have a new show, and I saw this come up on the Hulu, and I was like, can we stop? Can we stop this? Do we really need another one of these from these kids? No one knew who they were. No one cares. You don't need a TV show. No one cares. They just want to ride the dad's coattails. No one's gonna watch the show. Frankly, no one really watched the dad show. They only really cared when he died. I'm kind of wondering why they're trying to do this. Did they like blow all of his money on coke or something? Did they get locked out of a Bitcoin wallet where he kept all of his money? Just shut the fuck up. They must have enough. Just buy an index fund, be anonymous and wealthy, and shut the fuck up. You don't need to be famous, okay? You can be rich and your dad can be dead, and you don't need to be famous, okay? I feel like fame is all about being recognized at a restaurant, and that's like it. That's why they're doing it. They just want to get famous and get free shit at a restaurant. It's not enough to come in and be rich. People gotta know them. They want to feel special. The waiter comes like, "Oh, I love your show." They probably don't even watch it. They probably put in the open table reservation themselves, celebrating TV show launch with like a deep link to Hulu and get another view. Oh, you love animals? Who doesn't? Who fucking doesn't? I don't know. I don't care about their show at all. I feel like they only kind of did this because they thought that there's like a renewed interest in wildlife TV because of Tiger King. No, Tiger King was not interesting because of wildlife. It was interesting because of murder, meth, male sexual fluidity, and Joe Exotic himself being in jail. We could have gotten a Donnie pardon. That would have been good TV. Crikey. Sorry. I just fucking hate that show.
So I think that's actually brilliant on their part to have started the show, because they're doing like zero work to double their profits. So, like they don't need to generate the hype or the clout. Like they have it from their father. So like they could just walk in and be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, where's my paycheck?" And like immediately create the show, and then double down on the viewership. And then you have all these people who like watch Food Network every day or Nat Geo with like zero personality, right? Like their personality is as far as like a Sears catalog goes, and that like, hey, I like this shade of blue and that shade of blue, and like red is too offensive. And that's like their life, right? So you have like all of these people that love this basic shit that will watch this purely on the premise that it's like Steve Irwin's kids and they're wholesome. They may be assholes. We don't know that. Like maybe they like killed somebody in a coke fueled, like, late night driving a car and they accidentally ran somebody over and like they kept it quiet and they fed it to a crocodile or something because they know like some Dundee secrets, right? That will like bury a body with, very little evidence or something like that. So yeah, I think this was awesome. Like if I wanted to double down on my fortune, like that's exactly what I would do. So very smart move on their part.
I hate them.
Here's my take. So how Bill O'Reilly has those books like Killing Lincoln, Killing Whoever?
Yes.
I think it'd be great if there'd be like a Killing Steve, like documentary series funded by the children where they just kind of like go on a hunt for the stingray that killed their father over, like 6 continents. I would totally watch that.
That's much better.
For sure.
They get a Bill O'Reilly directed Killing Irwin. It's starred by the kids, and they find the stingray. That'd be good.
And the twist is it was like one of them the whole time dressed as a stingray.
How long do stingrays live?
That's a great question, man. Oh, thank God you're Googling it.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. 15 to 25 years. So.
Oh, he could totally be around.
Okay, so now we gotta know, when did Steve Irwin die? We gotta just calculate it and see. Okay, 2006. Yeah, this thing's fucking gone. You don't think?
You think so? I mean,
Probably.
if they give him till 20, he might have a couple.
Does he not
left
gain XP from killing Steve Irwin though? Like a significant amount that would extend his life presence or midichlorian count by like an exponential amount, right?
I'd imagine it would. I don't know. I guess maybe we should.
Yeah.
Maybe it's probably like net worth or something. Entworth. Haha, he's a weed guy. 10 million? That's a good XP.
Because he's now entitled to all of those. Well, no, he has to finish off the kin in order to inherit those assets, right? So yeah, this is the ultimate contest between the children and the stingray at this point. Like, who is going to come out on top to win the Irwin fortune?
Seems like the kids, I'd assume.
You never know, man. The stingray might be plotting something. It may have offspring of its own that are like, lifting weights in some like Rocky-esque montage, like to prepare for the final fight against the Irwin children. Like they may have an alternate plan.
It's the eye of the stingray.
Yeah, I guess I'd watch that show. We should probably pitch this to the Irwin children. Going back to Tiger King though, I think that was just like such a quintessential like pandemic show to watch. Remember that? Like in March, when everyone started watching that, and that was like the talk of the town, even though that show was ridiculous.
Yeah, that show was pretty insane, but it was good. I liked it overall. It was much better than I would watch it over this Steve Irwin kid crap.
Do you have a favorite pandemic show?
Probably Tiger King.
What about you, Ben? You got a favorite?
Oh no, wait. Mine was Storming the Capitol. That was the best show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh wow.
Great show, great show.
Yeah.
Let's get off the Irwin kids.
Yeah.
Let's end on a low note of getting old.
Perfect.
Steve Irwin never really got to get old.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a shame.
Crikey.
I've been feeling my age a lot more. I don't know about you guys.
Kinda? Like what?
Like now, it's weird. Like in college, you could just like pound, an entire pizza and have like 12 beers and then wake up and go on a bike ride the next morning. But now if I have like a slice of pizza and like an IPA at 10 p.m., I can't sleep. I'm like covered in sweat. I smell like onions even though I don't eat them. And I just feel like shit the next day. It's like I'm in my late 20s and I feel like I'm 45. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I mean, have you gone to a doctor? I don't have that. That doesn't happen.
We should get a doctor on the show. No, really? Oh my god.
No.
Maybe there's something going on.
How old are you? I'm 28. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. What am I talking about? This is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with, man. I feel like I'm hurtling toward 30. It's like there's only so much time in the day too. Like back in, by 20 or my early 20s, it'd be like, let's go, play some video games for 6 hours. But now if I play more than two, like I get like a pain behind my right eye. Like,
what kind of chair are you sitting on, man?
It's a sofa.
Do you have this problem, Ben? I don't.
Oh, dude. Well, okay. So there's so what we have to focus on you here. What's your name again? Matt? Warren?
Matt, yeah.
So as far as like, because I agree with what's his name again, Steve?
So rude.
It's ridiculously rude. I don't even know where you're getting this gag of forgetting our names.
You know our fucking names, you asshole.
I'm never present. I have no idea what's going on.
What is your name?
I don't even know who Steve is.
Do you want to go back to bread so you can feel comfortable?
No, the bread got fucked up, so I'm upset about the bread. So I get this shit too. Like, it's just we're getting old, and things that we could normally have a tolerance for, affects us a lot more dramatically, I think. And there's no. Because there's the same refute where it's like, oh, what kind of chair are you sitting on, or are you doing exercises? And like, I don't think like that makes a difference. Like, I think the slow march of time is taking its toll, especially with like the majority of us sitting and working office jobs or computer jobs or something like that. I don't know, because I used to be active for the last job that I have, and now going to a desk job to sit and do nothing essentially has like wreaked havoc. Like it's just like it's like watching something mold in a jar. Those time lapses you see of something just decomposing from the inside out. Like that's what happens with like office work now. And I feel that like I can't play video games without like my bicep feeling weird. Like my shoulder gets all fucked up holding a PlayStation controller for more than like 2 hours at a time. I can't do binge drinking anymore. I can't stay up late anymore.
I feel like a total weirdo because I can binge drink all the time. I'm on my second drink. It's not even noon. I played Minecraft for like 3.5 hours yesterday in a row. I write code for like 10 hours a day usually. Like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you guys.
Well, let me ask you, have you been doing this like for forever? Like, has this been like a decade's worth of like just straight playing video games? Because like I used to be a hardcore gamer where I played, like the majority of my teenage/early 20s was just sitting and playing video games for the most part. So like, I'm accustomed to that. My body's accustomed to that. But
no, not really.
Still, okay, so like your routine has been changed up, right? Like you're doing other stuff, and it's not just like sitting around kind of thing. My point being that like if you stick in this routine, like it may not notice much of a change, but if you've gone from different like, I don't know, job aspects, or if you've like done a lot of traveling and then come to sit down, you know what I mean? Like has there been any like drastic changes to your routine or?
Not really. I just kind of, I don't know. Like I guess I don't go lift weights anymore. I just do like body weight stuff at home. That's kind of like the only thing. I like exercise and shit, but so does Steve. So I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm just genetically gifted.
Dude, yeah, you're a genetic marvel. If I didn't exercise though, like I would literally be a bag of bones. Like I'd be totally useless as a human being physically. So I don't know, man. I think you're just gifted, yeah, because I just can't do it anymore. Like the other day I like slept wrong on my wrist and I woke up and I was like, ow, like what the fuck? And I had to wear a wrist brace for like the whole day, or else I couldn't, work at my fucking office job.
That'll fuck you up fast. Let me tell you about sleeping your wrist wrong. That's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible, man. But like also like I wake up at 7 a.m. just like as a matter of course now. Like no alarm. I just wake up at 7. I'm like I'm ready to go. I feel like 65, and I don't like that either. I used to sleep until like 7 p.m. and be like, oh, what are we doing tonight?
I guess there's only one thing that is happening to me that does make me feel a little old, and for some reason, like when I lay down, if I like sleep wrong, like I'll like put all the weight on like my chin somehow because I'm an idiot, and then my teeth will like push into each other and they'll like kind of grind, and that feels horrible, and I wake up with a headache. But I just bought a new pillow, and that's kind of alleviated. So I'm aging in style here.
What is your lineage? Is it like Scandinavian or something? Because like those are the only people that I know that are like impervious to aging effects or
His
just
dad's
general
like that
degradation.
125-year-old Japanese man that we always read about. Like,
That's it. Okay, so you've got like
yeah.
the most amazing, like you would have been like a sourdough loaf that turned out extremely well, not this bullshit that I made like 30 minutes ago.
You know my dad, Yao Ming.
Oh, okay, that settles it. Crikey, mate.
You know, Yao Ming was like genetically, like he was eugenics basically by China. Did you guys know that? They like kind of made the like tallest dude and tallest lady have a kid, and it was Yao Ming because they wanted to corner basketball. I'm not even fucking joking. This is totally true.
Yeah, I was there, and I added a little too much yeast to it. That was my bad, guys.
Brilliant. Ben's
He's
on
really
it.
nice though. He's a great human being. Parents not so much, but he as a human is he takes it with great like humility. A wonderful human being.
Wow. Nope.
The
Here we go.
basketball giant made in China by the order of the state. I've pulled up an article for anybody who's just listening, but the book is Operation Yao Ming. And you can read like all about it. There's like a whole thing of it. You can read all about this. It's pretty hilarious.
He's 310 pounds.
Yeah, he's tall as shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yao Ming stats. Let's look it up.
I wish I could be healthy and 310 pounds. That would
Imagine
be
how much
awesome.
I can eat.
Yeah, didn't Michael Phelps eat like 10,000 calories a day while he was an athlete?
Yeah, something like that.
I do that now, and that might be contributing to why I feel so old.
Well, see, we should like investigate if there's like a way to get paid for this here. Because I eat the same calorie amount, but I literally do nothing but sit. So if there was like a chart from like chonky to like fit, like that, we should get paid to represent the differences of like eating 10,000 calories and working out, and eating 10,000 calories and being a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's called being a foodie in America.
Oh my god.
That's the career path.
I just like did this as a quick calculation on the side. So if Yao Ming weighs 310 pounds, just to maintain his body weight, he can eat 4,650 calories a day. And if he's working out, imagine how much this guy eats. The shits he must take. My God.
Dude, that's not so bad. That's like $20 at Jersey Mike's in the morning, and then like $30 of Taco Bell for dinner in the evening. That's not bad.
You got it down to the dollar figure.
Yeah, that's my daily routine. I don't know. That's not special, dude.
It's easy to
Brilliant.
eat that much when you don't think about like a healthy food. Like if you just kind of think, okay, so like you said, Taco Bell, Mickey D's, Wendy's, which is amazing. I've had Wendy's many times during the pandemic.
Oh, dude, and their value meals, the 4 for $4 and the $5 biggie bag, you can really compound your calories for like super cheap. So
How often do you think Yao went to the new China buffet?
I don't know. Do you think he likes that kind of American Chinese food?
You think he's more of an old country buffet kind of guy?
I don't know. Do you think we can email him?
Yeah, Yao at Ming, that giant man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, the Yao Ming Foundation. Okay, so
Helping the freakishly tall find careers.
so let's see. We've got a Warren Buffett Podcast Gmail. So let's send one to Yao at the Yao Ming Show or whatever. What do we want to ask him?
just start with, we've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
Let's find that. Extended warranty, copy pasta. I'm sure that's what you searched to find this, right? There we go.
For sure.
I found something on Reddit. Okay. All right. We're gonna make that the body, and then we're going to make.
Can you make that the subject actually?
The subject is gonna be.
You need to put either help in all caps or urgent or money to be claimed, something like that.
Good call. Urgent, not sketchy. 2 colons. Perfect. Okay. Send. And I think that's a good place to stop. We've emailed Yao Ming about his extended warranty. Weren't we going to ask him something? I feel like we were going to ask him something.
Yeah, we definitely were, and then we just went straight to the extended warranty bit, like without putting any more thought into it. We'll follow up when he responds.
Yeah,
We've
sure
already been blacklisted by their IT.
I'm sure we can clarify. We did say. Wait, I think I got a response actually. Hold on, my phone vibrated.
Immediate cease and desist.
Whoa, this was quick. They said address not found. Your message was delivered to Yao at the yaomingfoundation.org. Damn. You think
That's
they make him
devastating.
use like ming.yao or something, like a real like email? That's so lame. You'd think they'd hook him up.
Yeah, you know how a lot of people that come from China to study in American universities have to adopt like some stupid American name because nobody can pronounce theirs, like Yao Ming. You know, if you were just like in the business school at like Chicago, would be called like Gilbert.
Yeah.
So maybe they've done something like that where it's just like much more accessible.
Hopefully, I fucked up. I moved the window, so I got distracted.
No, that's all right.
I think so he's not gonna. Duh! Contact us.
Oh, much better.
Warren Buffett Podcast at gmail.com. We're not gonna. Yeah, throw him off the trail.
Let's
Alabama.
not get too into the weeds.
Yeah. So
we
what
don't
do
want
we
China
want
to
to say?
track us.
What was our actual question? We can ask it. We're on the contact us page now of the yaomingfoundation.org.
I guess it'd be helpful
As
to
a
know.
young, aspiring basketball athlete myself, I was curious as to what does your diet consist of, I guess?
How would you modify your diet for someone who's half your height but still wants to eat as much as you?
Excellent, yeah.
I think that's pretty accurate of our problem, much more than the extended warranty.
Also, call me about your car's warranty. Thanks. I guess I'll fix the spelling mistakes. Fucker. Okay.
All right, cool. This looks good. I like this.
Submit. Okay. Yeah, no, let's send it anyway. Okay, back to the... You cannot contact... Yeah, what are they hiding? We're getting errors everywhere.
This is definitely going to be the next episode into some investigative journalism on our part.
I think we're yet again uncovering another conspiracy in real time.
God damn it, we're good.
Ooh, ask him if he wants any sourdough discard.
Back to form.
Dude, nobody wants this shit.
P.S.
Stop trying to peddle this.
P.S. How much fried sourdough do you want?
Oh, no, I'm not going to fry it. I'm just going to send him the pure discard. He has to fry it himself.
It's done. Well, we can't contact him anyway, so I think it's a good spot to stop.
The owner of this form has exceeded their quota for submittals. Submittals? Is that a word? Gotta look that one up. Submittals. Okay. Submittals is a construction management shop drawings. Whatever. I'm an idiot. I can't read. Maybe we should stop if I can't read. Maybe you guys are right. I am getting old.
I knew it'd affect you somehow. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Thanks for having us on, and thanks for Ben for joining us.
Yeah,
thanks,
thank
dude.
you, Ben.
I'll send you some sourdough discard. Let me get your address.
I'll give you a Bitcoin wallet. Thank you.
Oh, nice. With no code to activate it.
Exactly. All right, everybody.
Or no, it's gonna be Crikey. That's what the name of it's gonna be.
No, just give us everything. We'll talk later. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Ben, Steve, any final words?
Watermelon bread.
Good night.